Can you feel it? Election day less than a day away, which cannot come soon enough for many Americans.
Oh, this is true. And whether you're an undecided voter or a diehard partisan, this year, one thing has cut across party lines this election. It's stressing people out. Our Cassie Sherm spoke with Bozeman residents on what the American Psychological Association is calling presidential election anxiety.
Anxiety, huh? Cassie, what are you finding that residents are feeling about the election being so close?
It has been described as one of the most controversial and angry elections in U.S. history. And psychologists are saying that this is taking a toll on our mental health. Bozeman residents I talked to today said they're feeling anxiety over both candidates and they're ready for this election to be over.
How did we get here? How did we end up with these two candidates?
I was a little disappointed at first that these were my options to choose from.
Most of my friends still, today they're like, I don't know who to vote for.
I definitely know who I'm going to vote for, but I'm feeling anxiety about it.
The APA says 52% of American adults are coping with high levels of stress brought on by the election. According to the National Harris Poll survey data, therapists around the country said in interviews that patients are coming to appointments citing their fears, anger, and anxiety about the election.
I've talked to people who haven't been sleeping. I've talked to people who are just with this sense that something is really wrong in the world, so that's really affected who they are in the world right now. But definitely a lot of anxiety,
Both poll data and reports show the high levels of election anxiety are affecting both Republicans and Democrats equally.
I think there's anxiety on both sides, but I think anybody who really cares about what they believe the direction of this country or the health of this country needs to be comparative to what it is, I think those people are stressed.
The poll reports more than 1 in 4 adults say political and cultural discussions on social media cause them stress. Residents in Bozeman agree.
So it's difficult to voice your opinion. You have a lot of people coming back at you, saying that you're wrong for whatever reason. So that definitely raises my anxiety for it.
Even just a flash of a word or a flash of a picture, it sinks into our consciousness and influences our choices and our feelings.
The APA has released some information and tips to relieve your election anxiety. The first one is to limit your consumption of the media. Make sure you're only reading as much as you need to stay informed, to avoid all heated conversations about this election. And lastly, to remember, no matter what happens on November 8th, they say life will go on. Reporting here in Bozeman, I'm Cassie Sherm.
I think I'm the only one who's going to miss this.
You mentioned that a couple of weeks ago.
It's just so much fun. There's just a new revelation every day. What are we going to do in the news when this is over? We're just going to stand here like this, looking at the camera.
We're going to be twiddling our thumbs in the newsroom. Don't tell that to our news director.